there, welcome to my channel. My name is Linda. If this is your first time here, I post all sorts of DIY and craft related videos, so you might want to go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on a single video from me. Today we are working on 2 easy farmhouse style wood tags using Arteza Art Supplies. Well, for our project today, I'll be using these box of 45 wood slices that comes with this twine. I'll be using also these 20 craft acrylic colors that are in a matte finish. I'll also be using their vinyl 50 sheets to a pack in matte black. And my favorite transfer tape ever. It's like a vinyl kind of consistency. It comes with this really awesome tool. And on this surface of this double-sided self-healing cutting mat, 24 by 36. So let's get started. So I'm going to start here with my wood slices. I'm going to trace both front and back of both wood slices. You'll only see me do one here. Trace it around the bark and all. I know it'll give it a funny shape, but I go in and just kind of round it out a little bit. And then I'll also go in and about 1/8 of an inch in, I'll go ahead and draw a new pattern the same shape as the wood slice. That way, once these are cut out and I put it on the wood slice, you'll see a little bit of the edge of that wood slice there, just to kind of give it a nice farmhouse touch. I'm going to be working with 2 of these wood tags here. A little bit of paper here to show you. We'll see the other paper later on. And what I've done to prep is pulled the front off and then sanded around the edges so that a little bit of the actual wood of the tag will show. And here I am, I'm cutting some paper for one of the tags. I cut it out original size first, and then I'll go back in all the way around the tag on all the edges and cut about 1/8 of an inch in so that, you know, some of our wood tag will show once we glue the paper down. And I cut paper out for, you know, front and back of both tags. And then of course now I'm going in with my sewing machine. Y'all that have been with me for a long time, those of you that are new, I sew on every sheet of paper. I love to add that texture. Of course you don't have to do this. And then I also like to add more texture by taking an open end of the scissor blades, and I like to scrape it along all the edges of my paper, kind of giving it a rustic feel. Okay, I'm also going to add some stickers to my wood slices. This will kind of enhance the titles of my tags, and I am attaching them to this really thin cardboard, almost like the thinness of, you know, cereal box cardboard. I glue them down at first, and then I actually take these while they're on the cardboard and I sew around them because that cardboard is so thin I can do that. And you'll see how that looks later on. So now I'm going to go around the edges of both tags, along the edges and then around the perimeter front and back with this brown Arteza paint. I love the color of this brown. It's so pretty. You're like, how can brown be pretty? I don't know. I love the color brown. Get that all prepped. So you could just leave the paper on and paint over it, but I usually, you know, if there's a paper on the front of the tag, I usually leave that on there because sometimes when you paint it, it can buckle up and stuff, and so that's why I pull it off. And now I've got these 2 wood words, and I've taken white Arteza paint and a little tiny dollop of brown, and I kind of mixed it till I got the cream color I was looking for. I'm just going to paint the front of these wood words. I'm going to get a little bit of twine ready. We'll come back to that in a minute. And we'll start going ahead and gluing our paper onto the tags. This first tag, I have to glue like a plain kind of brown tone on the back. And then the front of the tag, I'm making sure I poke the holes on all my papers, so make sure you do that if you want to add twine to the top. I had one small piece, just enough for one tag. Love this piece of paper. It's my last little bit. It's this wood grain paper I got out of a paper pad long time. I can't even remember the paper pad, but I love it. So that's why the paper on this tag front and back is different. But I made sure they matched, of course. And then on this tag they will be the same. It's kind of this red check paper that I love to use. So my original thought is I wanted to hook both tags together. So I'm using one long piece of twine here. Now you could of course do this But when I start laying down my elements later, they don't quite lay down right to me, the position I put them in. So I end up taking this one long piece of twine out, and I add 2 single pieces of twine on each tag. But this is what I started out doing first off, because I thought it'd be really cool and hang, you know, one tag a little bit shorter than the other one. But, you know, didn't work out. That's the way it goes. So now I'm going to start gluing my paper onto my wood slices, front and back, because a little bit of the wood slice will hang off, so I want to make sure the back looks just as nice as the front, just like that. Getting those all nice and prepped and ready, and then we'll start working on our quote here. Part of it will be in vinyl, using again that Arteza black matte vinyl. I'm cutting the quotes out here, or part of the quotes, and here they are ready. Bringing in my transfer tape. I love, love, love this tape. Like I said before, it's kind of got like a thin vinyl consistency. It just works great. I'll never use another transfer tape, hopefully ever, unless I run out of this and, you know, I have to wait to get it ordered. Otherwise, this is my main go-to transfer tape from now on. I love it. Getting my ruler out here, getting things measured. So, of course, part of this quote says gathers here. And then the other one on this one, I had to do it 2 separate pieces here. And this one will say lives here, part of that quote. Both of those look great. So we'll start assembling, getting our wood slices on. Oh, the ribbon here. I was originally going to use that red check ribbon on one of my tags here, and then I decided not to because I wasn't liking it didn't really match the red on the other red check paper. And this is just a burlap trim. I'm cutting off the wire. Those of you who've been with me a while know I usually will cut the wire off my ribbons, and then I'll just kind of pull on the strings to kind of fray the edges. So the other tag, you'll just see it come in here later. I end up using a muslin strip. They're about 1 inch wide, about 24 inches long for each bow. There it is. You can see it over there on the red check. So there's my muslin. So I'm going to glue on my bows here. And after I glue these on, I start to lay on the wood slices and stuff, and start to realize I don't like how, where I'm gluing the wood slices on, how the tags are looking. They're not going to glue together right, so then I start to make them single tags. You'll see that here in just a minute. They'll be separate tags. And here they are separate. Go. So we're going to work on this. They're both going to look about the same. So this is some sisal. It's kind of the consistency of like thread. So I'll glue that. Both of them will have the same element. So I'm going to glue that on each one. If you don't have this stuff, you can certainly use thread and just kind of wind it up and lay it on there. It looks just as cute. And then I'm going to add some greenery on both of them. A couple little cut pieces of greenery. This is some rusted wire that I've rusted myself. I'll put that link down below if you've not seen how to do this. And I'm just curling it around a paintbrush to make it look all nice and curly cute, of course. And I'll add that on there. And then this is just some pith berries I'm going to add on. If it'll stay in place. I'm going to add another little bow made out of some dark brown twine here. And this is just a rusty star that already has some curly wire on it, just out of my supplies. So I'm gluing that on there a little bit over the wood slice, and a couple of little pine cones, giving it kind of that rustic farmhouse appeal. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in my main title, so love. So my title of this is Love Gathers Here, bringing in this woodward. And then I'll go ahead and add in the stickers so it kind of enhances the title. The one on this says, Dearly Beloved, we are gathered together, and then our house. So Love Gathers Here. I'm going to end up doing the same thing on this other tag. So as you're watching me do this, I want to explain the purpose of this video today. Arteza is having a giveaway, and so I'm going to leave the link down to their channel down below. You need to go check out the video, subscribe, and the only thing that you need to do is leave a comment on the video stating what does art mean to you? And of course, you have to make sure you're a subscriber to their channel. Answer that question, and the video is really cool. It gives you some really awesome ideas for decorating Easter eggs, and they have 2 100 gift cards up for grabs. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, one of my lucky subscribers that you'll be the recipient of one of these. So that is the purpose of this video today. So head on over to that channel. I'll have the links down below to the product that I used here today. I don't want you to miss out on that if any of them were interesting to you. So this faith one, faith lives here, the quotes say, the most beautiful thing, this is to certify, and then of course faith lives here. So the most beautiful thing, this is to certify, faith lives here. And then the love one says, dearly beloved, we are gathered together, our house, love gathers here. So I hope you enjoyed these projects today. I'll have all my links down below. Come follow me on Pinterest, on Instagram, on my blog. Remember to go check out the Arteza channel.